Here, it's two banks of four. As soon as the ball goes out wide, that's when Raul, KP and Sahal come alive. Just as he's doing now, engage your fullback.
Chante.
Just a slap, as if to say you aren't.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure.
Chante.
लग रहे हो ब्रो प्लीज मुझे बुलाओ रा 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 कितना कूल है
Travelled as far to see this game. Wouldn't have been, well, they would have been surprised at that start that they've had. But they're absolutely still going. They're still going. They're supporting the club. They need to get back into this game. This doesn't need to go two, or it could be a whitewash.
Focus is what Vukomanovic demands. And there was a loss of focus. You cannot afford that against a side with Mumbai City's quality. He knows that.
It has to be said, Pula, they notoriously start the game well. Notoriously, Kerala Blasters have started matches very, very well. Moment, we can watch this goal over and over again. 3 minutes on the clock, and it's taken about 12 people to chase this dog off the field.
The kind of quality being noticed, not just in India or Asia, but even in Europe. We hear about Des Buckingham being linked to the New Zealand job. We hear about Carlos Quadrat taking over at FC Midtjylland. His first game will be managing the side in February in the Europa League. It is time to notice the Hero ISL.
Absolutely well said, Carlos Quadrat. Midtjylland, I tell you, they're not a bad team neither, and he's gone there. I think he's gone as either assistant or his head coach, one of the two. But it's his apprenticeship in India that stood him in good stead. Absolutely, he's on his journeys now, and he's going to go further and further up the tree. But you just mentioned Des Buckingham there. Wow. Turning down international football to stay at Mumbai City, and rightly so at the moment for me.
Stamp of approval from the footballing world. There is more to come.
Gets better and better with every year. I keep saying I've been here 4 years, and I know what it was like 4 years ago. A lot of work to be done for sure, but in that 4 years you've seen Indian players coming to the fore, none more so than the 4 winners that we have on the team this year today, who I think will have a big say in the matter. Bitters already have a little look. He's a little say in the matter with that quality down the left-hand side. A little 1-2, and he's touching on a 4 shot in the far post. How many times you'll hear me saying that, Pula? When you're shooting, shoot for the far post, because when the goalkeeper spills, it's a tapping for your striker.
And that attack, Phil, was down the same wing where Harmanjot Kabra is making his first start since late October. That one also came against Mumbai City.
Well, you can't, as a coach, you can't help suspensions. Players are going to commit to tackling, etc., etc., and it's one of the reasons why Sandeep's not here today. But he's decided to go with Kabra because of his defensive responsibilities more than his attacking.
Luna for Sahal. Waits for Diamantakos to get in. Rides the challenge. Diamantakos. Down goes Lachenpa.
There's a great response. I know we're only 7-8 minutes on the clock, but that little bit of play there from Kerala Blasters, again showing that one-touch quality and awareness in the final third, it eventually gives Diamantakos a chance. I would have let it go if truth be known. I wouldn't have took the shot myself. I would have allowed the fullback, who was overlapping in this moment, to come onto it with his left foot. There it is. But you can't stop a striker from shooting.
Taken away by Kaliuzhny. They want to play on the Blasters, and Sahal losing out. Kaliuzhny has stayed down, pardon me, Phil.
No, to be fair, it had to be played on, and it was played on by the referee. And to be fair, how long does advantage take? 3 seconds, 4 seconds? He's allowed the 3 or 4 seconds, and he's not brought it back, and that's good refereeing. But Kaliuzhny's going crazy about the challenge. There it is.
Oof, that is
nasty,
a bad one.
Nasty. When a striker's coming back into play, as Pereira Diaz was, I don't think there's any malice of forethought there, but he certainly went for the ball, and he didn't get the ball. And Kaliuzhny is not a soft lad, and he's gone down, and he's obviously been hurt. Watch that one carefully now.
No yellow card either.
I don't think the referee saw it, to be fair. If anything, the linesman has to come in and contribute there, or even the fourth official.
Chante swung in towards Greg Stewart. That's all it takes. Just a glance. The slightest of touches. The smallest of margins. And Mumbai City are in a 2-goal lead.
We talked long and hard in the pre-show about the wing play of Mumbai City, and it's been on show in the first 9-10 minutes of the game. They score goals from crosses. It was renowned before this game. And both players, Bipan and Chante, have contributed to a 2-goal lead. I mean, if we watch this play, it's a ball played into a striker, into a wide player, sorry. Chante's got beyond the fullback, and he comes back onto his left foot and puts it into an area for Greg Stewart to attack it. You have to say, if the keeper comes for that, he's got to take everything. So that's a mistake for me from PS Gill.
If only Prabhsukhan Gill could trance the soil into transparency so that he sinks into it. But now a test of character for the young keeper. Can he fight back into this game? Can the Blasters fight back?
Test of character for everybody on the pitch at the moment. They lost the alternative fixture, they lost 2-0, and they're at that stage now, having gone 10 minutes into the game.
This time, a free kick given, and a yellow card comes out against Jahu.
He's got to watch what he's doing. He's right in the face of the referee there. He's got to be careful. He goes right in the face of the referee. That yellow card can quite easily turn to a red card. That's a booking, as far as I'm concerned. He's took Luna down. And obviously the reaction of the coach, but the reaction of Ahmed Jahu, you cannot go up to the referee like that and get in his face. That could have quite easily become a second yellow card.
And now Luna's turn. He's been trying that technique of getting the ball up and down.
I think it's a little bit far out for a shot. He looks like he's winding it up though. He's changed his mind. Instead of a cross, I think he's going to have a pop.
Adrian Luna, smart little dink into the box. Comes out for Kaliuzhny. And clear away. Sahal involved. And the acrobatics from Mehtab. Back in from Jessel towards Diamantakos. Now Luna past Jahu, but then crowded out eventually, and Cabra makes the challenge.
Nice little bit of play there from Kerala Blasters, and they need it, to be fair. They've got to get some kind of momentum going forward, and it all came from the original free kick. But if you look at this clearance here, if Sahal decides to go in with his head there and he's brave enough, that's a penalty. If you look at the overhead kick, you've got to decide early doors, because that is one high kick. That could have quite easily been a penalty. That could have quite easily been a red card if Sahal had put his head in.
Luna pulled down by Greg Stewart.
How many times on Luna? How many times? I tell you what, you can tell by the antics of Mumbai City, the job is to upset the best player on the park for Kerala Blasters in the last game, and that was Adrian Luna.
A battle between the two tens in Luna and Stewart, going beyond goals and assists.
You know, when I said the tension was palpable, you can just see how motivated Mumbai City players are. They're absolutely almost overspilling.
And of course, you can vote for the player of the month for December. Those are the options.
Well, after this game, Diaz has already had a little say in the matter. I'm not saying the game's over by any stretch of the imagination, but they've got so much quality in the final third. But they've showed a temperament tonight, Mumbai City, it has to be said, that when push comes to shove and you want to get involved physically with them, they've got players out there that can handle themselves.
Chahu, rare miss pass. And now Rahul KP. Cheekson for Luna. Looks into the box. Finds Sahal. Sets up Ivan Kaliuzhny. Difficult to hit that. Sahal back in. And it has missed the likes of Cabra and Luna, who are both arriving.
Almost, wasn't it? Almost. What a ball this is by Luna. And if you look at, straight away you look at Jahu, he backs off. He backs off because he doesn't want to get engaged. If you back off Luna, he can do that, and that's exactly what he did. A diagonal ball to the far post, and that's a great ball in by Sahal. And it's almost Luna getting on the end of it as well as Cabra.
They've not gone into a shell, Kerala. In fact, they've come out. But what a ball that is for Pereira Diaz. Exceptional. And now Bipin! From his favourite foot! From his favourite angle! From where he has carved his best pieces! Bipin Singh with another artistic strike! Mumbai City rush into a 3-goal lead! Unstoppable!
Absolutely shell-shocked. Look at this. More than one way to skin a cat. That's the old-fashioned channel ball. When you've got Pereira Diaz willingness to run into the channel, you can do it either way. Get it in the feet. But he waits for the support. Bipin comes to support, goes onto his favourite right foot and puts it in the top corner. The difference between the teams is unbelievable. 3 goals, 3 quality goals by Mumbai City. Kerala Blasters need to do something about this.
Incredible performance from the home side. An abstract sense of beauty in that curling effort. 3 different goal scorers, and now Luna brings it down. The ball is under his spell. Fine challenge from Mehtab.
They're turning defence into attack so easily. So easily. And I tell you, I mentioned the midfield battle. Jahu, Apuya, Greg Stewart, they've got too much time and space to be able to do that.
Chante. Pereira Diaz. But Victor Mongill was in the way.
If I'm going to say anything to the coach, he's got to change his system. He's got to get an extra man in that middle of the park. Because if they don't, Mumbai City are going to control it. As they're just slowing it down now to their tempo. All 3 midfield players just had a little touch there. They've got extra men in there, and if Luna now has to attack because they're 3-0 down, he's going to get probably too detached from the middle of the park. So the system that served them so well is actually not working at the moment. I think Raul KP and Sahal are probably a little bit too wide, and that's causing Kaluzhny and Jikson a lot of problems.
Chante. Beke. Jessel has to be careful with Chante around him.
What a start to the game this is. Shell-shocked, it has to be said. I know they had to make 3 changes, but the changes have actually hurt Kerala Blasters from the last game, that is for sure. But look at this ball here. No nonsense, driven ball into the corner, and the reason why I drove it in there, this fella on the ball, willing runner, awareness of where Bippen is, and then Bippen awareness where the keeper is, and he doesn't give the goalkeeper a chance. Top corner, 3-0.
Sukhan Gill, helpless. He could have helped the second goal, but the first and the third, he could have done nothing about that. And this time Luna with some vengeance on Jahu.
I think the coach must have had a word with him. He's got to say to Luna or one of the strikers, drop in off the back of Jahu. There's another long ball into Pippen's path.
Greg Stewart. Pereira Diaz. Pereira Diaz again. Just trying to get a hold on this game.
It's quite simple, Pula. They've got to get the next goal. If the next goal goes to 4, I mean 3's party over. It's, you know, they have got this shelter. They've got to get themselves back into the game. They've got to get a foothold in this game. And 3-0, 3-1's a different scoreline. But you're only talking 19 minutes on the clock to find themselves 3 goals behind. So we've looked at this 4-4-2 formation of Kerala Blasters on numerous occasions, and the reason why it works, Sahal, Raul KP come on the narrow side, and one of the strikers drops in to condense that middle of the park. At the start, the first 15-20 minutes, it's been wide open, and consequently because of that, the quality of Mumbai City to play the ball through the midfield third has been there for everybody to see.
Mehtab almost losing out to Luna. Greg Stewart.
We might be seeing a lot of this tonight now because you've gone 3-0 up. Just passing the ball, keeping the ball around about the halfway line, trying to work the opposition so they get tired, they lose interest. Kerala Blasters have got to get some foothold in the game somehow, and that must be the next goal, must be.
So difficult to decide whether they go in search of that goal at the cost of crumbling once again. Pereira Diaz towards Bippen. Kabra was protecting his back post. Here's Jahu. Pereira Diaz. Pereira Diaz scores! He has an unerring nature of direction finding. Eerily precise. And simply ruthless. Kerala cut apart.
There's the question of offside. Hopefully we'll see that line and the linesman's made the right decision. If he has made the right decision, it's 4-0 and game over. And we're only 15-22 minutes into the game. But if it was offside, that's a cruel blow. But if you watch this quality here, Pereira Diaz Diaz is just enjoying himself. He's having the time of his life. They pick up the second ball. There's that extra man. Yahoo's enjoying himself too much. And there, if anything, you have to say the top half of his body, if it was VAR, is offside. His feet were onside. Maybe that's what swung the linesman. But again, there's that extra man, Ahmed Yahoo, in the middle of the park, and it's took a cruel deflection to go in the back of the net. 4-0. Wow.
Shocking. Kerala's loss is Mumbai City's gain.
Well, if you talk about the rest of the Hero ISL watching this game, wow, nobody will want to face this Mumbai City team in the form that they're in at the moment.
There is a battle in the middle of the park. Jahu and Apuya against Kaliujni and Luna. Those are the ones to watch for.
It's difficult for a coach at this moment. Very, very difficult. Does he make a change in a defensive responsibility? And he's put Luna back in the middle of the park, as you can see the shape there. If he drops back in, does it deflect now from the attacking game? Well, I would have suggested no. They've got to try and stop the rot. And at the moment, the rot is well and truly set in.
Top scorer now, Jorge Pereira Diaz level with Clayton Silva with 8 goals. And followed by another Mumbai City man in Lalinzwala Chante, who has 7.
Oh, that's a little nasty one off the ball. Greg Stewart. He's just passed the ball, Adrian Luna, and he left one on him. I didn't think it was a bad elbow, but he just went past him as if to say, if you dropping in midfield, I'm in here. You've got to deal with this.
Diamantakos, that is towards nobody.
Honestly, they don't look like they've played together. I can't believe it's unrecognisable. The game against Jamshedpur, with the way they started the match, was outstanding. The way they started this game, wow. The difference is chalk and cheese. Somebody's got to try and stop Ahmed Jau. He's getting too much joy out there.
Mumbai City's players, all of them like auctioneers, spinning tricks to loosen up the defenders. What do you want to buy? What are they selling? A step over, a goal here, a fantastic pass there. Everything can be bought. Everything can be provided.
Normally costs a lot of money, Pula. Normally it costs a lot of money.
Chante keeps it in. Was waiting to find Pereira Diaz.
The coach is just looking at the touchline. He's waiting for a flag to come up. I think the whole side were looking for a flag to come up. And as you can see there, just slightly offside. He's under the nose of the linesman, so you can give him that, to be fair. But one of the goals was definitely offside for me, upper body, and that's in the middle of the park. Should be getting them ones right.
40 goals this season under Des Buckingham. Mumbai City have broken their own record of 39. Single season, which came in that double winning effort in 2020-21.
And that would have came with 20 games, I would imagine. This is only 12, 13 games.
Vignesh stops it from getting to Rahul KP. Three changes that Lupamanovic was forced to make. Diamantakos past Lachenpa and offside as well.
Three changes, absolutely. One was forced with suspension, one was forced with an injury, and Kaluzny coming back in was a no-brainer to me. There's a little late step up there. A little late step up by Vinesh. I'd like to have seen the line there. And obviously the complete. There we go. There's the glasses for the linesman. We've seen that one a million times.
Luna's block, but goes out only for a goal kick.
Well, I don't, for 1 minute, I want to say to Ivan Vukovanovic, the last time I was 4-0 down against a Manchester City team, I held a half-time team took on the pitch. I'm not going to ask Ivan to do that, but this is unbelievable. I mean, the 40 goals are phenomenal at this stage of the season after 13 games. They were averaging 3 before the match, and they've already got that average up with 28 minutes on the clock. Quite phenomenal. What a performance so far.
Chahu, too easy. Now Greg Stewart.
The point I would be making is they've got to stop Mumbai City from enjoying themselves. They're playing with a smile on their face, and you will do when you're 4-0 up. But from minute one, they've been playing with a smile on their face. They're enjoying it too much. Somebody's got to start getting tight to Mumbai City players, certainly in the middle of the park, and being physical if necessary. I don't think Kerala Blasters have been physical either with or without the ball.
Apuya. How does a head coach pick up a team from a half like this?
It's very difficult. You've got to get to half-time first and foremost. And I'm not saying even if they score a goal, it gets them in the game. Yes, it does. It gives you a level of confidence. And they're quite capable of scoring goals, there's no doubt about it. But what they've got to do is, they've got to resolve the shape problem, the issues that they've got. System for system, Mumbai City's system has worked out a treat. And that midfield battle is lost at the moment. They've got to get a foothold in the game first and foremost. And if they get themselves a goal before half-time, who knows? Anything can happen second half.
Kaliuzhny. Luna. Nothing is working out. Sahal wins it back though. That's much better. Sahal straight to Lachenpa.
I'm glad you said it. Was much better. It wasn't great football. It was just putting a bit of pressure on a fullback in the opposition, and he squeezed the living daylights. It wasn't a great ball from Luna, but Sahal's saying, you're not going to have a free game here. And he gets in his face and gets to the byline, and he just lets the team down with a cross. But he's delayed and waited for players to get in that 6-yard box, and he had two, to be fair. But this is just a little bit of pressure on Raul Becky, letting somebody know they're in a game. There's not enough of that. There's not enough of that at the moment, and Vukovanovic will be furious with his team at the moment.
Very uncharacteristic performance from the Blasters. Chahu.
As you can see from Luna's position, he's definitely dropped in there now. There's no doubt in my mind of trying to mix the numbers up so it's 3 for 3 in the middle of the park.
Pereira Diaz stopped by Victor Mongill, but eventually still gets to Harinjwala Chanke.
We're looking for flags on the far side, and it's the same linesman. I'm hoping upon hopes that he's actually maintaining that they're not offside, because we've seen a couple of very close decisions. There was another one there. It's too easy for me, Pula. It's too easy. Far too much time. You need somebody pressing that ball now and getting in the face of the opposition. And if it starts with a big number 9, it starts with a big number 9. It doesn't matter who it is. Somebody's got to get in the face of the opposition, because this man in particular is enjoying himself too much.
Painful to watch for the Blasters fans already.
It'd be painful to play in as well, I'll tell you. Nobody likes getting ahead, nobody likes getting beat by big margins, but when you're only 32 minutes on the clock and you're 4-0 down, yes, you can say Mumbai City have brought their A game to the table going forward, for sure. But you can't say for 1 minute Kerala Blasters have brought their A game defensively to the table. It's more like a Z game.
First time a side has scored 4 goals in a first half of a Hero ISL match at this stadium, which sees so many goals in any case. Here's Kaliujne, can't find Luna.
Better shape, intercepting a crossfield pass from one side to the other. Sahal in a good position, regains the ball. Kaliujne, I'm expecting better with his quality. But that's more like a slide rule pass as opposed to a chip pass. But at least Jahu now knows there's an extra man in there, and he won't be having too much joy on the ball.
Oh, almost spinning that into the path of Pereira Diaz. Here's a Puya. Chante asking for a free kick and not getting it. Luna.
That's better. That's better.
Rahul KP stopped by the long legs of Vignesh, but then KP fights back.
That's all you're after, a little bit of spirit. That's all these fans have come for, is somebody putting a bit of pride in the shirt. And at 4-0 down, you can't see any of the Blasters players that put any pride in the shirt. That's what they need.
Luna brought down.
Interesting. I think Luna made that decision. I'll just kick the ball now, straight away. I'd kick the ball at Chante, at Bipin, get him in the book. They've got to start playing them games. They've not competed in any way, physically, man, there you go. And why not? If you're not going to back up 10 yards, just kick the ball at somebody. Start levelling the game up as best you possibly can.
Pereira Diaz goes into the book. Adrian Luna with the delivery. Lachenpa's punch. Kaliujne can't control it. Jessel surely can. Back to the Ukrainian. Jahu. Ice cold. Chante. Hot with his heels.
That's exactly what I'm talking about where Jahu is concerned. He's in his own penalty box. He gets the ball down first touch. He has a second touch. Then he plays a lovely little pass and sets up the next attack. It's too easy for this fella. I know he's a good footballer, no doubt about it, but Blasters have got to be working harder off the ball.
Bipin. Remarkable show of dominance from Mumbai City. This is what Des Buckingham has been working on since last season. He got in the players he wanted, but that is never enough. You have to transform a team. You have to blend those players into a nexus, and he has managed to do that.
Well, that's a better squeeze from Kerala Blasters. The issue to a long diagonal ball from Lachenpa. At least you've got a foothold in a press first and foremost. Forget about the ball at the moment. You've got to try and get into somebody's face and defend a little bit better with your shape, with your attitude, with your mentality towards hard work. And everything I'm talking about is without the ball, Pula. Without the ball. They've not competed enough. And I think that's what the coach is, ready for the half-time whistle so he can get into his players and demand more from them. But the players need to be doing it on the field.
Asking for options, Hormipam. Finding one in Luna. Pressure from Apuya. Taken away by Greg Stewart. And out wide for Bipin.
Now that's that midfield battle I'm talking about, where Apuya's just hounded Luna. He's got the ball, he's gone in his face, he's harassed them more than anything else into a mistake, and now they've maintained possession in the final third.
Changte, this way and that way. Peke, oh what a ball! And Apuya just couldn't turn on that.
Unbelievable. Yahoo. You talk about stretch the game. Everybody in their own half. He decides to bring the goalkeeper into it. Unbelievable. But look at the size of the pitch now for Mumbai City players.
And tomorrow, another challenge for Hyderabad. In all probability, they will have to win back that top spot. They take on Chennai in. Pardon me, that is on the 12th. As this week comes to an end, the games are hurtling towards us.
Pereira Diaz appealing for a back pass there. It looked like a back pass to me, but the referees let it go. Who's going to step up to the plate for Kerala Blasters? Is it the coach at half-time with his words of wisdom, or is it one of the players out there?
Rahul KP. And now a corner. First corner of the game in the 40th minute.
Unbelievable. It just shows you the wing play, for me, of Mumbai City has been working, and the wing play of Kerala Blasters hasn't been working. Not at the moment. We'll still have a good 45 minutes to have a look at it though. But Rahul KP gets to the byline for the first time. And Mehtab puts the ball out for the corner.
Luna goes all the way to Kaliuzhny. Has to get past Peke, and that is always a tough ask.
And the crowd over the far side, all in yellow shirts, just jumping up and down. They just want to have something to cheer at. They've got themselves a second corner in a short space of time. All they need is, they want to see work rate from the team. They want to see blood, sweat and tears from Kerala Blasters players. You can see as Luna's going across there, he's still getting loaded by Blasters fans who are brilliant in terms of support, but they need something to shout about.
So far, there has only been blood and tears out of those three that you mentioned, Phil. Sahal. Still Sahal. And then just shanked away.
And look at Jahu. He's getting his own fans going after a little challenge there. That could have been a counter-attacking play, but Jahu's winning the ball back. And watch his reaction there. Brilliant. That's what you want. You want that kind of drive, determination from every individual player in the second half if you're a Kerala Blasters player. At the moment, they've been second all over the pitch.
You can play in the Daily Hero ISL Fantasy. And just in case you were wondering, then Jorge Diaz is a great pick. He now has 13 goal contributions, overtaking Greg Stewart in this season so far.
Cabra just getting away with that. Welcome to the ballpark, Cabra. 4 goals down. He hasn't played for 7 or 8 games. He will be feeling it at the moment. The only way to get himself back on top of his game is to get a goal for his team, or somebody get a goal from somewhere and give them a little bit of breathing space, and maybe give some Mumbai players a little bit of something to think about.
Jackson. Cabra. Sahal arriving. Peke defends well. And now Chante. Free kick, Mumbai City.
Turn defence to attack very, very quickly. And they've got a player down at the other end of the pitch. Chante didn't see that, I don't think. I think it's Greg Stewart. It looks like a change. It's not bad an injury. So there's a change automatically before the half-time whistle.
Noguera is coming on. Mumbai City will hope it is not a serious one. He's already scored in this game.
Look at this for a goal. Fantastic. Goalkeeper, if he stays on his line, he makes an easy save. But if he comes, he has to take everything. And he just took nothing. Greg Stewart just took one step, steadied himself, and flicked the ball into an empty net. Poor decision by Gill.
Great numbers, great impact.
I think every numbers that you're putting up on the board where Mumbai City are concerned are fantastic numbers. But he's limping out. There's the three wise men at the moment. They've got to come up with something at half-time. And whether that's a blast for the Blasters at half-time, something has to be done. I don't think it's a change of personnel at this moment in time, but I certainly think the change in formation has steadied the ship a wee bit. Unfortunately, leaves Diamantakos up front on his own, and Adrian Luna dropping in, maybe on the back end of Ahmed Yahoo. That ball rolled into Jahu now needs physical presence. Jackson had every right to go through the man, the ball, and come out with it. Far too much respect for him.
Rahul KP. Jackson. Jessel. Sahal. Who stops him, falls to Luna, blocked by Mehtab.
What a block that is. If you want to see commitment, you'll see commitment when you see that block from Mehtab. That is proper defending.
And now Pereira Diaz. Oh. That is a strong challenge. Certainly a yellow card.
A little bit of trouble there for Raul KP. I'm not asking wingers to do challenges like that. I'm just asking midfield players to address the situation. But that is a really, really poor, clumsy challenge from a winger. But if you look at this for why Mumbai City are 4-0, it's that absolute world-class defending. They've got the quality at one end of the pitch. That's the reason why they're 4-0 up. But that desire to destroy and courage to create on a plate at a tee.
Jahu. Oh, just over Mehtab, who probably is the man on the pitch who most deserves a goal as well.
Clever player for Ahmed Jahu. He just staggered his run up. He was just waiting for the back line to drop. There it did drop. And one man in particular kept everybody on side. And it obviously just eluded Mehtab's head.
Kaliuzhny. Luna into space for Diamantakos. Rahul. And flashes past Lachenpa.
Sahil Samad has to make the 6-yard box here. He's the only striker. You've got Diamantakos making the channel run, then you've got Raul KP getting to the byline. He's got to get in the 6-yard box. He's got to make a driving run to that near post there and he'll have a tap in. If he's ever going to score goals regularly, he's got to make a decision there to get in that 6-yard box and get hurt.
Chessel plays it back. The Blasters' defense disrupted when it comes to selection. Two forced changes in Victor Mongil and Hermanjot Kabra. Head coaches absolutely despise that, to change a settled backline, and this is why.
Absolutely, consistency of team selection. People just get to know how you're playing with somebody alongside them without even playing alongside them. You feel for somebody, you hear them, you get used to their positional sense, and it becomes second nature. It becomes like a fifth sense, sixth sense. But when you're not, you've got to make two changes, and one's coming in having not played for 7-8 games, you have trouble.
Noguera. Hormy Palm's challenge has been deemed all right by the referee.
Deemed all right by me as well, I think. I know he's gone down, Noguera, but it is a case of welcome to the game. And that's what Mumbai City have needed against them by Kerala Blasters from minute one, and it hasn't happened.
Kaliushni. Sahal. That will not do.
Really poor, that is. That is poor. And I'm one of his biggest favourites, you know. Last game I thought he had an outstanding contribution to the win against Jamshedpur, but this is clearly not acceptable. But you can see a challenge there, very strong, solid shoulder by Homapak. Kabra gets beaten, overstretching, he's got the ball, and Noguera certainly knew he was there because he couldn't get out the way, and he followed up by falling on top of him. But that's probably 48 minutes on the clock. That's probably Kerala Blasters' first physical challenge on anybody. They've got to come out the traps in the second half and be physical at least against the Mumbai City team, who are rampant at the moment.
Cheekson looking for Diamantakos.
And look where Diamantakos is pointing. He wants that ball over the top into the channel.
Half-time. And what a remarkable first 45. Mumbai City in a show of total domination. All of them, from Greg Stewart to Bipin, with Mehta putting his body on the line and Chante creating, and of course Pereira Diaz, means that at halftime it is Mumbai City 4, Kerala Blasters 0.
What? unstoppable force going up against an immovable object. Well, they have moved it. They have thrown it out of their path. They have steamrolled over it. Mumbai City FC in absolute control from the very first minute of the game till the end of the first half. Kerala Blasters trying to claw and dig their way back. They have to get some pride and some dignity out of this in the second half. We're back here pitch side for Football United Live. Welcome back. Eric, just overall, the last point we mentioned in the pre-show before we went for kickoff was consistency and continuity are key, and without that, that's your chink in the armour.
Sure is. The back four just couldn't hold on, could they? They made two changes in that back line. Forced changes for Kerala, but they haven't been able to keep to grips with, Mumbai City FC, but it's one-way traffic. Before tonight, Kerala Blasters only conceded 5 goals in the last 8 games. In the first 22 minutes, they conceded 4. So it's very difficult right now if you're a Kerala Blasters fan, but there is 45 minutes to go, Phil.
Well, for me, it's a half-time team talk second to none, because he's looked shell-shocked. The whole bench looks shell-shocked. The players look shell-shocked. But the one thing I'm seeing in comms is somebody's got to get close to somebody.
Yeah.
Mumbai City are just having a free Ahmed Yahoo above anybody. Nobody's got anywhere near him. Now all of a sudden they've made a little change. They've got to a 4-3-3 and Luna's having to drop in there. I think he belongs in there. In the last game he was outstanding against Jamshedpur. Now they've got a numerical advantage. They're 3-for-3 in the middle of the park, and that's where I thought the game was going to be won.
Right.
But the quality in the final third of Mumbai City, my word, is on show tonight.
And it all started in the 4th minute of the game, Eric. That was early damage. The carnage started very early.
It's too early to concede a goal. Mumbai City are very good, but you have to just try and get in the box and mark somebody. Pereira Diaz inside the 6-yard box, but watch the marking of Diaz. Just floats off Palm, floats off Leskovic, and they're ball watching. It's a good 1-2. They get in the box, but there, what does Leskovic do? He's watching. You can't ball watch inside the 18-yard box.
Unbelievable. The amount of space you're talking about here. I mean, he's got the ball down. He's a clever player, no doubt about it. But Cabra's got to get closer to him, and he doesn't get inside him. He blocks that run. If he can possibly block that run without giving a penalty away, they won't find themselves 1-0 up. But the desire for him to put the ball in the back of the net, he pinched it off Puya's feet. Puya was following in. Desire, that's what you want from your striker in the 6-yard box. Desire.
Yeah, Eric, you mentioned that 5 goals conceded in the last 8 games. They've conceded 4 today. 6 minutes into the first goal being conceded, it's Greg Stewart. Isn't he the biggest threat of all for them?
This is almost like a very Scottish goal for Greg Stewart. The ball goes wide, he goes in and wins the header. It's a great ball in from Chungte. He loops it, he hangs it up to give Greg Stewart enough time and also ask questions of the goalkeeper, and the question was not answered by Prabshukan Gill. Very high line to begin with. Chungte is always going to get you in there, but once he gets there, I'm not sure about the marking. Look at Mongil there. He doesn't understand where he is in position. He thinks he should go out. He doesn't go out. That's a great ball in, Phil, isn't it?
Great ball, but as you say, the goalkeeper comes off his line. He has to take everything out. And I'm not saying give a penalty away. He's got to clean everything out. You don't get a free header in your 6-yard box. Defender could have done better. Goalkeeper should have done a lot better.
What about the 3rd goal, Phil? Because the goalkeeper's only as strong as the back line in front of him.
Absolutely, but you made the point about the 2 changes, and they look all over the place. But nobody's getting near anybody. What a great ball into the channel that is. That's an old-fashioned channel ball. Nothing gracious about it. Just a run from your striker. Metab spots the run, puts it into the channel. He holds the ball up so well though, Pereira Diaz. Comes back, waiting for the support. The winger then makes a run inside. Cabra can't go with him. He's trying to cover the centre half, and he bends into the top corner. Again, nobody anywhere near him in the 18-yard box. Players have got to get closer. Kerala Blasters, if I'm in that changing room now, I'm saying get a hold of the player around you and start winning your individual battles and try and put a bit of pride back into the shirt.
Yeah, you can't ball watch inside the 18-yard box. Unfortunately, Cabra gets sucked to the ball watching Pereira Diaz. And Bippen, it's probably the best finish we've seen. Here's the 4th goal. And again, Ahmed, it is offside. It is a great ball in. But again, watching the ball, Mongil, you can't watch these players in Mumbai, so you have to stay with the man. Can't mark the space. And it's a great little, move from Ahmed Jahu to set it up. But again, inside that 18-yard box, you're pushing up. As a defender, you've got to watch where your man is.
Eric, if I've got you in midfield and Ahmed Jahu's flicking that ball around the corner, I'm asking questions of you, saying, come on. Yeah. Somebody's got to go and be physical with Jahu. Yeah. He's having the run of the field, and the boy can play. And then he plays a little pass in there. Yes, okay, he gets lucky with the deflection. But bottom line is that's the 4th goal, and nobody's nowhere near anybody.
Yes, absolutely. With Jorge Pereira Diaz scoring that second goal, now he's equaled Clayton Silva with 8 goals, right up there. Top goal scorers this season. Well, there's something fun going on in the Hero ISL this season. It's a KFC Street Football Challenge where you have to show us your skills and try to put the ball inside the KFC bucket. Now, you can send in your entries with the hashtag KFC Street Football. We'll show you some of the entries that made it to the pitch at halftime at the last Mumbai home game.
Well, Mumbai Football Arena, and this halftime today, we have a surprise for you all. Live.
विरोधक बनले तर बॉडी अँड अशी उठू बी जाय ना बसू बी जाय ना कुणाचं कुणी काय कळू बी जाय ना
Well, Mumbai Football Arena, now we are going to show all of you what the KFC Street Football Challenge is. The challenge is simple. You have 30 seconds to dribble and show off your best freestyle moves and drop the ball in the big KFC bucket. Upload your videos and tag hashtag KFC Street Football, and you may be the next one performing right here in the middle of Mumbai Football Arena.
Well, we've seen Eric show us his skills as well. Eric, do you think anything Kerala can pull back today in terms of pride and...
Well, I think that KFC bucket they could do with. They could put that in goals possibly. They need somebody that's going to throw themselves about and actually get stuck in, so they've got to make some changes.
Phil, can Kerala take some pride out of this at least?
They've got to get the next goal. They might have say in the matter, but they're not going to get anything from the game, but they've just got to get some pride out of performance second half.
Just for the sake of all these fans who've made it to the stadium, Kerala Blasters could take something away from the big city.
Well, the fans came out in numbers to watch the home side, Mumbai City. And what a show the team has put on. The Manyapara silenced for the time being because it has been a first 45 minutes of intense domination from Mumbai City. 4-0, and this is how it all started.
It started with a simple ball out wide, a little bit of creativity from Bippen, a beautiful little 1-2 from Greg Stewart, and it looks like a tap-in the 6-yard box, but you've got to be there. And that's the number 9 who spends his time in the 6-yard box, which was something I mentioned to you about Sahal. You've got to get in that 6-yard box, you're going to score goals. But look at this, that was too easy, over the top. Chante, you're allowing him time to get on his favoured foot, and the goalkeeper comes out and makes a poor decision and doesn't clear his lines, and Greg Stewart makes it 2. Gives them a little bit of breathing space, but that is the simplest ball of the game by Metap into the channel for Pereira Diaz, a willing number 9 running into the channel, and Bippin's quality there from that to make it 3-0. Now it's game over.
And there was still more to come, and that came via another wonderfully crafted goal.
But again, this is that moment where I'm thinking, if he's going to flick that round the corner, Ahmed Yahoo, then he's going to play that pass into the channel. He's a player, Yahoo, but you've got to be, when you're talking about quality players, you've got to get tight with them, you've got to get close to them, and that's one thing that nobody in the Kerala Blasters team has done to Yahoo.
Well, it is sometimes painful to bring players and their performances into perspective, but the first goal, Phil, came via that side from Hermanjot Kabra, and despite all the goals, Kerala Blasters fans have voted in favour of their team. And that last goal from Pereira Diaz came when Victor Mongil was marking him. Those are the 2 changes in defence, and they've suffered.
Kudi made a point in the pre-show, and she made the same point in half-time. When you do make them changes and you haven't been putting players in for the sake of putting them in, I think we talked to Vukamanovic about 3 or 4 games in after the 2-0 defeat by Mumbai, and he didn't really know his strongest team. It sometimes takes 4, 5, 6 games. It's not just about the pre-season or the Durand Cup. Now all of a sudden he's gone the last 7 or 8 games, they've won 7, drawn 1. You're going to keep the same team, same subs, same format, same pressing, same mentality, and they've done that for the last 7 or 8 games, and they've had 3 forced changes, and wow, we've had 45 minutes of wonderful football from Mumbai City. Horrible football by Kerala Blasters.
And Mumbai City will be changed as an 11 in their next game because their main man Pereira Diaz will be suspended for that ATK Mohan Bagan game. There was no time to make those calculations when the first 45 were on, but now we know.
Well, the ball goes out for a corner there, and for some reason the linesman's flag's gone up, and I think, I'm not sure, but I think he gave Pereira Diaz offside. But it looks like a goal kick to me. I don't know how they come round to that decision.
He is searching for a hat-trick, Pereira Diaz.
Well, he's seen his, I think he's going to be his main contender, Bardak Bekshi, because he's going to hit the second half of the season bang on form. And he's watched him, and Bart just kept on smiling and kept on making the runs, and I think that's exactly what Pereira Diaz is doing. Different types of player, no doubt about it. He is a number 9, whereas Bart can play the 9 or the 10. There he is running the channel again.
Pereira Diaz on the hunt towards Chante. Cabra had to be careful, had to be calm.
Very calm. Well done, Cabra. Well done. If the game does open up, he's going to have to cover some ground, Cabra, and he'll not be happy with that one, but Mumbai City are so comfortable in possession. If I'm a player on the park, pull that through, I would say this man's mine, and I'm going to mark him, and I'm going to make it horrible for him in the second half. They're 4-0 up, they've enjoyed themselves too much. Leave something on a player. Be physical, get close to somebody.
Rahul KP. Neat little trick. Cheekson under pressure.
That's the harrying I'm talking about, that's the harassing. That's from Neguera, it's come on for Greg Stewart. It's gone to Jeekson, the sitting midfield player, and he's letting them know I'm there.
watching the mid-game show, and Phil, you were so disappointed. You would have given a team talk on the pitch.
Possibly. I possibly would have done. And Luna.
And Lachenpa comes out. Rahul KP. No damage done.
No, bear in mind the amount of Kerala Blasters fans that have travelled and come to the game. And sometimes you've just got to hold your hands up if you're not performing well, but when your team is not performing well and not getting close and not working hard enough and the shape's poor, it's something that they're not being used to. You know, you've won 7 games on the bounce and you've drawn 1 in the last 8 since the last defeat. If this is a lesson for Kerala Blasters, then good luck to them, but they're hurting at the moment. They should be hurting as well at 4-0 down.
And now Sahal. Oh, Lachenpa with a flying header.
Brilliant goalkeeping. Brilliant goalkeeping. And again, a little bit of invention. Sahal making a run in off the line. And look at that, was poor. It's not been something we've been used to where Bipin's concerned. He's got many goals and many assists in Hero ISL this season.
Jessel. Sahal intercepted by the backtracking Chante. Sahal.
Better possession in the Mumbai City half. Much better possession. And then the curse of the commentator.
Bollywood A-listers Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt in the stands. He'll be a happy man.
Very happy, as you can clearly see. He's a Mumbai City fan. Absolutely happy. I think everyone in blue and white will be happy tonight.
Jessel. In it comes. Griffiths has hardly put a foot wrong. It's not like Diamantakos has not kept him busy. That's so well organised, Buckingham's side.
Very well organised, you know, you can tell, I can tell anyway, with my experience, when a side is getting coached, you see improvement from game to game. And look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh. Wow, way!
An amazing effort.
Big smile from Ahmed Jahu, the only man alive at the moment. The goalkeeper was asleep, the back four was asleep, and he switched on, and my word, he's only missed the target by 6 inches. Great effort from Jahu.
He is up for it. He's just showing off now, Jahu. Pipin. Slightly heavy touch, losing out to Luna. Luna looking for Sahal. A number of light blue shirts surrounding Luna. Just that show of commitment. That is where they've won the game as well.
100%, 100%. And I said it was the system at the start. And I must admit, I think where Luna's concerned, I was more than surprised in the last game when he dropped in and played the 6 role, played the 8 role. We've already seen him play the 10 role, but Gianu was fitting that role because they had one injury to Kaluzhny. Kaluzhny's come back in here, and I think Kaluzhny, Jikson and Luna would have been a fair match in the first half, but Luna was playing up front.
Kaluzhny. Luna trying to set that one up for Diamantakos, not happening.
Great bit of skill from Neguera there. Great bit of skill, doing his defensive job as well.
Lost out to Victor Mongil on that occasion, Neguera.
Look at Pereira Diaz on the halfway line, hassling and harrying Kaluzhny, no time on the ball whatsoever. They've continued in the same mode as what they were in the first half. We just haven't seen any addition to the scoreline yet.
Drops it in for Jessel. Sahal pushed slightly wider than he would have liked.
Look at the way Raul Becky keeps him in front of him though. And that's exactly what Cabra didn't do in the first half. And hence the reason why the first goal came. Good defending from Becky.
Bipin. There's a player down for Mumbai City. In Apuya. And this is what Jahu attempted a few minutes ago.
Look at this, how close it is. It's landed on top of the net. But only a man of his quality and the vision that Jahu's got. There was nobody on him. The ball was dead. It was sitting up nicely. He was a clear 60, 65 yards away from the goal. And he's almost dropped it into the net. And Victor's given him a little hug there. It's the last thing I'll be doing. Maybe at the end of the game. But it's the last thing I'll be doing if he's making me run around.
Changes coming up. Murtada Fall and Raulin Borges are ready.
Not bad subs, are they? Not bad subs at all.
Well, let us know, of course, of what you think of this game across all social media. But Mumbai City, as you mentioned, and you use that word, Phil, rampant.
Absolutely rampant. From minute 3 to minute 45 when it was 4-0. But it's a very disappointed Ahmed Jahu just coming off the field of play. But he's got the fruits of his labour in the first half with the quality play that he started off the majority of times. But he's taken 2 out of the 3 midfield players, Jahu and Apuya, off the field of play. So it looks like Royston Griffiths going in the middle of the park with Roland Borges.
Excellent finishing.
He can't believe his luck, but he wants to stay out there because he wants a hat-trick. He was saying to the coach, leave me out there, leave me out there.
So Jahu and Apuya both wrapped up.
Well said. Put some cotton wool around them because they are 2/3 of a great midfield tonight, it's got to be said. And the other one left the field to play in the first half.
Mumbai City, the staff, the players and the fans will be waiting on an update as to Greg Stewart and whether he will be fine. They will be hoping he will be at this juncture of the season. Chante chasing.
Good decision by Jessel, good decision. Put enough on it, get it back to the goalkeeper. But if you mention the 3 players that have come off the midfield 3 of Stewart, Apuya and Jahu and put up against Griffiths, Roland Borges in front of them, that's not a bad little string to your bow to have, because he will understand what it's like as a centre-half when you've got that protection in front of him. Stop the service into the striker, Diamantacos, who can play, no doubt about it. But I would imagine, I'm saying now with what, 33 minutes of normal time left, I would imagine Kerala Blasters will have a little bit more play in the middle of the park today in the latter stages of this game with the quality that they've got in there now.
Sukhan's put it out of play. He's had a troublesome night. No one expected this.
I certainly didn't. I thought this would be a high-scoring game, no doubt in my mind. But probably spoils shade, I was thinking. The way I was impressed with Kerala Blasters against Jemchipo, and I know it's a different argument, you've got a different side you're playing against, but I thought they approached the game so well. And the difference is chalk and cheese in the first half.
Switched out wide for Bipin.
And look at how far away Cabra is now. He's thinking, I can't go and engage here because he'll do me for pace and trickery. So he's letting them have the ball. 20, they give him 20 yards of space there, Bippin. But the damage is already done.
Rusty pass from Murtada Fall. Des Buckingham will have told his players that no drop in the standard of performance is expected.
That's great defending, by the way. It's a wonderful ball by Luna. Bent inside the fullback, and Vinyes, he's just matched the winger for pace and headed it back to the goalkeeper. Vinyes, great defending. Passing the ball around in their own half. Nobody anywhere near them again.
Keeps it in play.
He looks a little bit disinterested, Murtada Fall. Doesn't look like he's on the money, but he needs to be, because he'll be called upon between now and the end of the season. Big centre-half with his experience, for sure.
Another solid performance at right back.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, very much so. When you're looking for a fullback display, you compare the two, Becky and Cabra. One reason why Kerala Blasters haven't scored a goal, and the other one's the reason why Mumbai City have got 4.
And they've also kept a clean sheet. Another change coming up. Saurav is coming on. Saurav Mandal for Kerala Blasters. 2 very different expressions, despite the similarity in fashion choices.
It looks like Raul KP's come up. Saurav's got a chance to have a little say in the matter with 30 minutes to go. It's never a nice time to be coming on a field of play when your side's 4-0 down. But why not have a game? 30 minutes to go, why not say, right, coach, Raul KP's not done anything in the first half, let me have the shirt in the next match.
Luna. Mehtab once again. Rowlin. Pippin. Towards Noguera. Pereira Diaz, has he scored? Not given. Not given.
This is close. This is very close, but no flag waving from the linesman, so he can't make the decision. Doesn't look like it's gone over the line, but I'd love to see this one again. They look like they're trying to walk the ball into the net, but again, Cabra not tight enough. Great little ball, and it just flicks in behind there, and it's right on the line. It's a clearance off the line. It's a good decision by the linesman. See a little bit better from this angle, probably. Yeah, good decision. Good defending. Well done, Jezel.
Pereira Diaz denied a hat-trick by millimetres.
Probably the closest he's going to come to a hat-trick.
Saurav's long touch gives it away. Vignesh.
Again, it's all too easy, Pula. All too easy for me. Far too much time and space on the ball, Mumbai City.
Chante. The assistant saw that one go out. And of course, the Jindal Panther of the game so far.
Always has a
Wala
say,
chanting.
yeah, always has a say in the game, doesn't he? He gets the service, that's the main part of it, you know. And look at the pace. As a full-back, I'm glad I've retired. He's got all the ability, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. Both wingers are, to be fair. But Chante, pace-wise, unbelievable. 33 kilometres per hour.
Slightly loose. Muhtar Fall.
See that for me? Should have been the first minute. That's the difference. You know, it's far too late in the game for to be doing that. 65 minutes on the clock. That should be how tight Kerala Blasters should have been from minute one, and they wouldn't have found themselves in the predicament that they're in.
When Cabra's name was mentioned in the starting 11, that was the analysis. He's the kind of player who will let Bipin know right from the off.
Yes.
That he's with him.
Very much so, and he didn't. You know, that's been the disappointing part for the defender. I'm in the defenders union. You know, the union is you have a chance to go and be physical on a winger who's quicker than you, by definition. That's what you go and do.
Instead, Bipin showed him what he is made of. That was the big difference. An exceptional season, and one of the superlatives for him would be that he is one of the legends at Mumbai City in the young history of the Hero ISL and this club.
Legends in the making, I always say. You know, when we talk about great players, and we've talked about the Calais of this world, and they're legends, they're the true legends, but legends in the making, I always said. Still got a lot of his career to go.
Already their top scorer, surpassing Murusugu earlier in the season, and probably the first name on the team sheet.
There's quite a few of them, Pula. There's quite a few on that field of play that are first names on the team sheet, and as a coach, it's just, you're in heaven when you can do that.
Entire set of substitutions ready to come on for the Blasters. It's made its way towards Chante. And Maguire is claiming it, but it was his last touch.
As Jezil just didn't pick the flight of the pass out, and the winger gets a free little runner, and that's what fullbacks have got to do. You've got to pick the flight out. A couple of changes here. It's not last chance saloon by any stretch of the imagination. It's go and have a run, see if we can get some match fitness into these players who have been on the bench all season. But Sahal coming off yet again. Again, I keep on saying it's a disappointing part of his game. He's had opportunities in the first half, and he's had opportunities in the second half to put his stamp on the game. That's the difference. Raul Becky's won that battle, and Vignesh has won the battle on the far side, whereas the other two fullbacks, Jezil and Cabra, they haven't won their battles. And there's not enough out there in black for Kerala Blasters that have won the battles. Not many you could say.
It's a good challenge from Hornibam on Bipin. Looking for Bryce. Lachenpa's timing of coming off the line has been perfect tonight.
Swept up very well, hasn't he? Swept up very well. Part and parcel of a goalkeeper's job is your starting position. It's so important. You don't have to make saves. If your starting position's right, it's just sweeping up behind the back four. To be fair to Mumbai, they don't squeeze up that high, but when there is space in behind them, teams have turned them. Lachempa's been there. Certainly with one of the best headers in the game I've seen for a long time, when he cleaned up in the first half.
Rowlin, searching ball out wide for Bipin Singh. Heke. Mehtab, great ball into the path of Nogueira, looking for Pereira Diaz, cut out by Victor Mongil. Now Lula.
That's much better from him. I've expected that all game in front of his back four, just get on the ball.
Here come the blasters. Side of Mumbai. That was a nice, clean challenge from Griffiths.
His first touch was very good, went round the fullback like he wasn't there, and he gets his second touch out his feet, and that's tremendous. That's I'm talking about where Royston Griffiths is concerned. Centre half going into midfield, and he covers the fullback so well there with a nicely timed challenge.
Great option to have Nogueira in case Greg Stewart might take some time to recover. Did go out early in the game.
Yeah, it's a lovely string to have to your ball. That quality that they had on the bench, it's quite phenomenal. And there's the next on Thursday, Hyderabad versus Chennai. Hyderabad will be watching this as well. Manolo Marquez will be watching every game of football. He'll be thinking to himself, wow, what a standard that Mumbai City are setting this season. It's fantastic.
And what a standard they set in the first game in which they met at 3-all.
I was so sorry that I wasn't across in the early parts of the season, and I missed that classic. It was a great game.
Just set the tone for the 1-2 that continues to persist in the Hero ISL on top of the table. But the big test for Mumbai City is also travelling. They take on ATK and Mohan Bagan on the road in Kolkata.
They'll be going into games, Mumbai City players, Mumbai City coaching staff, the supporters will be going into every game thinking they can win it. And they've certainly got the big guns to do that at the right end, the business end of the pitch.
The last time the Mariners met Mumbai City, it was probably the all-time greatest game of football played in this league. Pipin for Pereira Diaz. Griffiths. Chante. Valenzuela Chante.
I suppose that's his worst moment of the game. He come inside quite nicely as well. I thought he was going to pull the trigger, but he's passed the ball out to where he expected Pippin to be, and there was nobody there. His first back pass of the game is not bad, is it? Look at this for a ball. You've got, that's called outside shoulder. Outside shoulder with Pereira Diaz has run on the outside shoulder because Cabra has gone a little bit too tight with Pippin. Then all of a sudden he comes back on it. By that time Pippin had enough space to bend the ball into the top corner. Great goal. Simple football.
They're going to be very interesting post-match interviews, especially with Vukomanovic and what he has to say about this performance.
Well, he's an honest man, from what I've heard, and I've spoken to him on a couple of occasions before games when we're not on air, and he does talk a lot of football sense, but he will be absolutely as shocked as anybody in this stadium. Trust me on that one. You can never cater for a side coming out and blasting four past you in a space of 30 minutes. It's quite phenomenal.
So Bipin will come off for Gurkirat Singh, and Vikram Pratap is also ready. He did contribute, Bipin, though, as he almost always does.
Absolutely, as he almost does. Aye. Goals, assists, it's his season at the moment. It's the same with the other fella coming off as well, Chante. And this is a great opportunity. Wonderful play by Pereira Diaz. Sounds simple, but running into the channel, holding the ball up, waiting for support, and that was provided by Bipin, who bent it into the top corner. put a lot of space between the two teams there, getting the third goal.
As Vikram Pratap, massive impact in the previous campaign when he would come off the bench, has to hit similar heights this campaign. Still has time to develop, and the tutelage under Des Buckingham is surely helping those, especially the attack-minded players that he has. Added composure to the young heads, added goals to Apuya's game, made Mehtab a much better defender, and somehow he's turned Rahul Pheke into a player who can trigger counters at ease. These are the visible effects of his coaching.
Coaches with a smile on his face, it's normally a sign that your team's doing what you're asking them to do, or demanding what you're asking them to do on the field of play, on the training ground. And you see the fruits of his labour. Absolutely see the fruits of his labour. But it all comes down to quality. And this guy in particular, Pereira Diaz, his quality hold-up play, his quality movement, bringing players into play. Greg Stewart must be delighted. Miguera must be delighted. The two wide players must be absolutely delighted, because when he does make that run into the channel, he holds the ball up in time for Bippen to come in off the touchline and Chante to come in off the touchline. Great play. Sounds simple, but great play.
That's the foul for which the free kick was given.
You just see that incident there, great diagonal ball from one side of the pitch to the other side, and the winger on his first touch was engaged by the fullback, and that was the most important part. I don't think Cabra and Jezzel have engaged the wingers enough, to tell you the truth.
Goes into the book for that, Hermanjot Cabra. It has been a forgettable return to the starting 11 for him.
Certainly has. You know, we're not here to blame individuals, but if you don't win your individual battle, and I've got to say it.
Bryce, athletic, cuts it back. Gianu, Murtada foul this time with a heroic block.
And there again is another example why Mumbai City are top of the tree.
Noguera. And towards Vikram Pratap, but too close to Prop Sukhan.
A lot of people come to games of football to see wonderful pieces of skill. Wonderful pieces of skill, and goals, of course. But I've seen two last-ditch defending by Mehtab and Mutara fall. That is the reason why Mumbai City are nil. Sorry, Kerala Blasters are nil. The reason why Mumbai City are 4 is because of the quality at the other end of the field.
Saurav. Murtada foul again in the way. Bryce was waiting for it to be cut back towards him. Never got the time.
And look at who greeted him straight away. The goalkeeper, he wants a clean sheet. That was a poor decision by Mehtab. And there he's wandering. Niamantakos is wandering into the 6-yard box. Just look at this for last-ditch defending. Tries to grab the ball. That would have been a yellow card for sure. But look at this for putting your body on the line. Boom, there you go. There's another one. That's the reason why it's nil.
Jessel with a corner. Cleared by Pheke. Falls to Luna. Hormipam. Swung in again. Good defending.
I found that hard to believe that Luna was the last man from a corner by Kerala Blasters. Luna was on the halfway line, marking Pereira Diaz on his own.
Victor Mongill gives it straight to Rahul Pheke.
Tough night at the office for Kerala Blasters, in particular the back four. Victor Mongill being one of them. Forced changes, to be fair to the coach. And it's certainly one of the questions that I'll be asking him. Is that the reason why it was 4-0 at half-time, because of the changes? And as I said, he's an honest man, and he'll give you an honest appraisal. I don't think there'll be too many positives in there, though, Pula.
Here's one for you, though, Phil. Do you think, after this result, the top two are pulling away? Is this a two-horse race now?
I've got to say it, yes. The performance I've seen tonight, and I've seen the one recently by Hyderabad where they put 6 past North East, and they're playing Chennai in the next game. That'll be another telltale sign whether they're going to hang on to the shirt tails of Mumbai City or they're going to gift them the title, which I don't think for 1 minute Manolo Marquez will be thinking. But he knows it's one hell of a game when them two meet again, and I think it's February the 4th.
Bring it on.
Absolutely.
Luna. Free kick for the Blasters.
And that's exactly what Kerala Blasters weren't doing in the first half. They've run it. Luna's got on the ball. He's had a couple of touches, ran into a brick wall.
Sums it up.
Yeah, compared to the first half, quality of crossing by Mumbai City. Jessel just put a ball behind there. But I'm saying about the first challenge on Luna, you're not getting any space in that middle of the park. Doesn't matter what stage of the game it is, you're coming into the last 10 minutes and you should be getting fatigued. But Mumbai City look fit, they look strong, they look organised, and they've certainly got quality in abundance in the final third.
Turning into a very interesting rivalry as well, a seesaw rivalry between Mumbai and Kerala. Some barbs thrown in the pre-match press conferences by both the head coaches. Vukomanovic mentioning how it is easy for Mumbai City to buy players. While that may be the case, it is never easy to put them together. Des Buckingham always making a case that there is so much more to just dipping your feet in the transfer market, but acknowledging that both sides have become better over the last year, since last season. Luna with the corner. Murtada Fall sends it back to him. Luna trying to create space. Vikram Pratap was minding him. Hormipam thought about it and took the shot. Look at who probably got a deflection, it seems.
Absolutely. Look at who's on top of him. There was 2 Mumbai City players. It's brilliant defending. He's lining up the shot. He's got no time to hit it. He's got 2 Mumbai City players sliding into him, and one of them's Pereira Diaz. My word, this man has put a shift in. Not just the goals he scored, he has certainly put a shift in. But where Vukomanovic is concerned, I agree with what you're saying, but I've got a sneaking fancy these two might just be meeting each other after the season's finished in a cup competition.
Sent in by Luna, and the attempt from Victor Mongil.
Closest they've come, I think, in the whole game. And that's fairly close by Victor Mongil, but it just goes wide, probably sums up the night. Drifts wide by a yard.
So a debut for Vibin, who was impressive in the Durand Cup. Now he has to adjust to this level. Ayush Adhikari, who was quite busy in the last campaign, is also coming on. Jeekson goes off.
This is just a sign that the coach is saying it's game over. He's taking a couple of experienced lads off and he's putting a couple of young lads on to have a little look. For the last 8, 9, 10 minutes, got a chance to have a little run around, see what they can do. It's a very young team at the moment.
Ayush, first touch for him. In your experience, Phil, of course, this game is done realistically.
Yeah, for sure. You've got to accept certain situations in a game of football. I mean, it's damage limitation when it goes to 2 and 3-0 as early as that.
But what about the next one? Now, for the head coach, it is important to shift focus immediately.
Well, he's got the right group to do that. We've already seen that. There were 2-0 defeat against Mumbai City in the first game, the reverse fixture, and then they went on an unbelievable run that's put them in the position where they are now, which is obviously favourites, one of the favourites to get in the top 6.
Good run from good Kirat.
But it's still something to work with, has to be said. There's still something to work with. I mean, you don't go from that performance that I witnessed at Kochi.
Oh, Vipin, nerves from the youngster. Welcome to the Hero ISL. Peke. Vikram Pratap. And Kabra with a brave header. He was stretching those neck muscles.
No, that's decent defending, to be fair to Kabra. He'll have been delighted when the 2 wingers went off. Both fullbacks would have been delighted when Vipin and Chanti went off. That doesn't mean to say the 2 players that will come on are going to give him a free game, for sure. Now that little spat in the middle of the park there, we didn't see enough of that in the first half, and it was the reason, one of the main reasons why they were 4-0 down at Kerala Blasters at half time. We didn't see enough of that battling going on.
Saurav, 2 really good athletes vying for possession.
It's a great word, athletes, when you can say that about your team. You're fit, you're strong, powerful, carrying the right stature as a defender. That's certainly been, yes. It's another lovely ball by Metab into the middle of the park. You can find a pass, the lad.
Rowlin. Jessel slides in, falls to Peke.
It's again, that tackle by Jessel, that's exactly what I'm talking about, and it's one of the main reasons why Kerala Blasters went on to be 4-0 down in half-time. There was nobody getting close to the wide men, and there was nobody winning the individual battles. If you have 6 or 7 in your team that win individual battles, you'll not be far off winning the game. Well, I can't see one that won his individual battle in the first half.
Once again looking for Vikram, but Jessel is in position. Here's Noguera. We've seen Mumbai City shift gears in games. Tonight, however, they started in 5th gear and they're ending it in the 1st in complete control.
It's nice when your team can start off in top gear. It's absolutely brilliant. And by the way, what I've been watching where Kerala Blasters are concerned, it's normally that's their trait. They normally start games well. But to come out to traps and 3 minutes into the game, you're 1-0 down, it upsets all the plans. That's better.
Luna. Gianu. Shifting it and creating space, but the shot is over.
That's better. A little bit of a squeeze in the final third. Too much too late, though. 87 minutes on the clock and they're doing that. Trying to be clever to a certain extent, Roland Borges, and all of a sudden they get the ball back. Gianu gets half-turned and he tries to bend one in the top corner. The difference between the 2 teams, Bippen did that in the first half and Gianu couldn't in the second half.
Good Kirat.
It's horrible when you come to the latter stages of a game when you're 4-0 down. It's awful, but you've got to keep working hard. You're working now in this last 10 minutes. You're working towards the next game. you've got to work towards the next game, knowing full well that you've got 22 points from 24 before this game.
Price with the ball in. Jessel. Taken down by Vikram Pratap. Good position for a free kick.
Yeah, I think Luna will be taking this one. He can put them in the top corner. Either Jessel's taking a very, very long run up, or Luna's taking it. And I think it's going to be the latter of the two.
Adrian Luna takes it short, tried to work it into the box.
Well, that just about sums them up tonight. You can tell the coach was doing a set piece. That was a set piece that was worked by Luna into the striker's feet to try to play a little 1-2 round the wall, and that didn't come off, and it's been the story of the night. There you go, comes off his man Janu, round the wall for a little 1-2, and it doesn't make the target.
Asked him before the game about...
Sums up Kerala Blasters.
Pardon me, Phil. Just had a quick conversation with him before the game about getting the ball up and down like he was doing last season. Time and again, it was as if he was controlling everything. And he said it's not about the ball, it's just about him continuing to try. But at times it has seemed he's been less direct with his shooting. He's been looking for the pass.
Yes, yeah, and that's a mindset for me. It's a mindset thinking that I'm not convinced about the position that I'm playing in. He had a very, very successful game. If you remember the one-touch football that was played for the third goal against Jamshedpur, that was all Adrian Luna driven. And he hasn't come into the game with the same level of confidence. Having said that, you're 1-0 down after 3 minutes. You're fighting an uphill battle straight away. But it looked like everybody was toiling. They were toiling.
Price with the ball in. And on the turn is Gianu. Asking for a deflection. Not getting it.
It's a good chance, this. It's a very good chance. And I tell you, it's a lovely ball in there. Great ball in. Gianu challenges. And it just comes off Vignesh with a poor touch. And he should be hitting the target and working the keeper there. I don't think I've ever seen Ivan Vukomanovic so sitting down and lack of any kind of movement. And I know obviously when you're looking at 4-0 at half time it tends to be the case, but he's not been as animated, has he? He's not been as lively as what he normally is.
A few more minutes left of this tortured resistance for Kerala Blasters.
I think was Eric pointed out half-time, you know, when you've only conceded 5 goals in 8 games, and all of a sudden you're 4-0 down in half-time. That is a shock to the system. But something certainly went wrong in the first half, and it would be nice to get Ivan Vukomanovic's views.
Jessel. Bryce. And Murtala foul again. Some important clearances from him in the second half. They've played on. And Vikram is scampering away down the right. Waiting for support. Noguera. Quick feet. They're kept away from Pereira Diaz. Falls to Rowling, a deflection and corner Mumbai City.
I think the coach was looking for a penalty there. A handball. He looked like he was appealing to the linesman for a handball, but it's gone out for a corner. It is a cruel game though. If it was a penalty, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the scoreline is. Noguera showing great feet there and then trying to drive it to the far side, far post. And here comes the strike. No, outside the penalty box anyway.
on this set piece. Sent in. Habra's clearance. As Vignesh. A slight flick takes it out of play.
Hero of the match for me tonight, Pereira Diaz, and not just for the 2 goals he scored. I think he's worked tirelessly. He's held the ball up individually and worked the line so well, and not even one of the back 4 can say that they didn't feel his physical presence. He was outstandingly working for a team that was 4-0 up at half-time. Well done, Pereira Diaz.
Another corner. Murtada foul went up. Gurkirat trying to turn Bryce. Bryce gets a touch. Corner number 3.
In a very short space of time, yeah. I just hope for Ivan Vukmanovic that they do keep a clean sheet in the second half. At least it shows that he did make changes and he did say something positive in the half-time team talk. But you're looking like nearly 5 minutes. We're nearly time up. I'd just like to see it. If it stays at 4-0, all well and good. Fantastic for Vukmanovic. At least we can talk to him at half-time. Sorry, at the end of the game.
There's the corner. Murtada foul, got it completely wrong. And it is full time. Mumbai City thrum in the wind of the west, holding their position with grace. They gorge on the glut of light, on the fetch of space. Buckingham's boys stand on a jumble of boulders on the highest stone, shielding their eyes against the Sons of the South, against Kochi and Hyderabad, feeling the push of football's hand, holding them in part flight, ever ready to take off on this runway made of records. Top of the table again, foaming and sparkling with rhythm and rhyme. This is the Mumbai Football Arena, unbeaten and unstoppable. As for the Blasters, now it is time to pick themselves up. After a phenomenal run, they have seen suffering at the hands of their former player Pereira Diaz, who scored 2, and then of course the likes of Stewart and Bipin stepping up. Incredible game. Well, before this game started, there was hope that there will be 2 games in it, 2 teams. But then, right from the off, City asserting themselves. Jorge Pereira Diaz opened the scoring, and it is as if Mumbai never looked back. Chanthe